Hey guys! Congratulations, you just finished week 3 of your Misfit Republic training, and this is a really cool week because now we're getting into the bread and butter of how we create a successful business. And social media is an amazing tool that you can use to create a very, very successful business. Now, I want to preface this video with one thing. Social media, so Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Periscope, Pinterest, things like that, it is a tool for you to use. But it is not the end-all, be-all. So there are plenty of coaches who use those social media platforms to build businesses. There are also plenty of coaches who don't post much at all. They personally enjoy just reaching out to people, building relationships that way without really sharing themselves on social media. So it's up to you. I will tell you that social media allows you to reach a lot more people than you could ever talk to at one period of time. So that's what the really cool thing about it is. But this business will always be based on building relationships with people. So you can post all you want, but if you don't take that next step to reach out to people and build relationships with them, figure out what their struggles are, figure out what their needs are, and then help them accomplish their goals, then Facebook or Instagram or any social media will be of no use to you. So, going off of that, social media. Social media is all about sharing your journey. It is basically your reality show now. So you want to choose 5 things that you are really passionate about and make sure that one of those things is Beachbody. And that's what you want to focus on sharing on your social media now. The reason we do that is because the whole point of posting and sharing these things is to attract people that have similar interests to us. So we want to post by the 80-20 rule. So 80% of the time we post about things we're passionate about other than Beachbody, and 20% of the time we post about Beachbody. Just because you became a Beachbody coach doesn't mean that everything else in your life stopped and you can't be passionate about anything else. So we want to post the things we're passionate about. That will attract people with similar interests to us. They'll start following us, seeing what we're doing. And then when you post about a challenge group or about coaching or about how Beachbody has changed your life, they'll sit back and think, we're pretty similar. What's this Beachbody thing that she's doing? And that's exactly what you want them to think. So, sharing your passions, sharing your journey, using your your Facebook or Instagram or Periscope or Twitter as your personal reality show. And then we want to create community. So you don't want to just talk at people. You want them to feel like they are a part of the conversation. So if you're posting something, it's great to ask questions. Ask, questions that are simple to answer. So questions that require a yes or no, A or B, just a few words. Those are great questions to ask. Asking people's advice on different things is a great way to get them engaged in your page and create that feeling of community. But you want to be using words like we, us, our team, a coach on our team, a coach in our challenge group. You want to make it feel like this amazing community that they're becoming a part of. You don't want to just blurt out at people and say, me, I, this is what I'm doing and all of that, because people just scroll past that stuff. They're like, oh, look at that person. They're just ranting again about how amazing their life is, and I can't relate to that. So you want to try and create this community feel. What else? We covered sharing, we covered community, we covered the 80-20 rule. Oh, your ideal customer. So the first thing I want you to do is create your ideal customer. And this is your dream customer, who you want to work with. And I want you to get very, very specific about this person. So, give them a name, age, income level, education. Are they married? Do they have kids? Do they have dogs? What are their hobbies? What TV shows do they like to watch? What do they struggle with? What are their fears? Create this very detailed person, and then use that and be thinking about that person every time you're making a post. You want your post to speak to that person. And here's a hint. That person, your ideal customer, it's probably going to be very similar to you when you started as a challenger or when you started as a coach. So think of it in that terms. Think of where you were when you started. What drew you to Beachbody? What drew you to coaching? That's probably what is going to draw other people that are similar to you to it. So include that in your ideal customer. Then the last thing is subliminal posts. So a lot of new coaches think that the only way they can post about coaching or a challenge group or a program is by just making a post about that. So inviting to coaching. I love subliminal posts. So subliminal posts are posts that maybe up front right away you wouldn't know they were about coaching, but they are, and they get the person to ask a question or just pause and think about it a little bit more. So it's things like sharing, what you can do now because you are a coach, or one thing coaching has done for you, and not including any sort of invite. So saying something like sharing, a message you got from somebody you've helped and saying, I can't believe that I get to receive these messages every day. I never thought that I would be a person that was helping other people and that would get messages like this. That's a subliminal post. If you are able to, pay a bill with what you've made as a Beachbody coach, you can say, oh, I was able to pay this bill this month because of Beachbody. I'm so glad that I decided to start coaching. Just little things like that are nonchalant, they're not salesy, they're just sharing, what coaching is doing for you or what a challenge group is doing for you without outright saying, come join my team, come join my challenge group, you should do this. So those are subliminal posts. So that's social media. Let me just check my notes, make sure I didn't miss anything. And it takes time. So, I'm still trying to figure out social media. Everything changes constantly. You have to just try things, tweak, try it again, see if it works better, tweak it again. It's a constant learning process. So don't get frustrated. Remember, it's just a tool for you to use. Don't get hung up on likes and things like that. People are seeing your posts. And I don't want you to get discouraged because it does take time. It takes consistency. It takes effort. It takes learning. It takes training and trying new things to really get this down. So that is social media, and I'll see you guys next week.